beautiful divine masculine and feminine darlings. This is the Seraphim Gem Gypsy, SeraFae Indigo Empress, and Shiloh Horizon. I don't plan to be here for too long. But I do have a little reading and some things to share. Somebody says, "What is that noise?" I'm working with some tools over here and multitasking. So, in the meantime, I think I'll pull these out for later. Let's see what the morning energy check-in is before I have to head out to go do some errands. Ascension, so elevating over these old cycles, challenges. Sovereignty, cool. Sovereignty. Okay, so queenhood. Also, while I'm here, I have 2 more nails to finish up, but let me just quickly show you. Lucky babe. Certified lucky. And then this one. Some sacred geometry. And then holy sheet. My ghosty. For the ghost whisperer. It's not it's Leviosa. Not Leviosa. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. And then the last couple are the same from yesterday. Sword of Truth, my roses. That one still needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but Queen. This one too. Putting the boo in booty. And then I'll do the last 2 in a little bit. Somebody says, why? Why did you wait? Because I know I've got to take the acrylic stuff out. I didn't need that before. So I've got some errands to do. Some things to do first. But before I head out of the house, I'll finish my tasks and then do that. So there's a level of elevation happening here, overcoming these challenges and cycles. Somebody's mad. Why are you so mad? I heard, because I'm jealous of your nails. I could never do my nails like that. It's so weird. And I'm hearing this karmic say, and I can't afford to have my to pay to have my nails done like that. So that's why you've just been hating on mine, huh? Is that so? You've just been hateful because you're jealous? That's what's up? Just hateful because you're jealous. That's all. We see it. Yeah, we see it. Yeah, we see it. Oh, I do anyway. I heard that. I heard a couple of my Vibe Tribe members, telepathic ones. One of my homegirls, actually. She's another reader. She's legit, though. She's a girl's girl, too. She sees it. She also does her nails. Not nail art like this, but she does her nails, or she gets them done. So she sees. They're just jealous. Yeah. Girl's girl. See, that's my natural nail. Hers not as pointy as the rest, no, because it's not as long. So you don't point them if they're not super long. It's, first of all, not good for them. They break more easily, and it's just not effective. It doesn't look... If they're really short and you try to do an oval, it kind of turns out in a weird square with a triangle. It's not actually like an almond shape, which is more what these are versus stiletto, like kind of stiletto shape, but they're not the stiletto. It's really more almond, given the fact that they're shorter. And they're not short nails. Like, for natural nails, these are long. But in regards to people who put tips on, for example, yeah, no. Like stiletto tips, yeah, that's different. Those are made of synthetic material, though. These are not. These are all real nails, natural nails. You can even see, in fact, like underneath, polish a little bit. Probably should clean that up too, but I'm about to run to the shower. It doesn't really matter. Dance. Reach out. Okay, so there are blessings coming through. Somebody says this one. Yeah, see, this is the one that broke. It's healing. It's almost grown out from where it broke, but probably need another couple weeks. It's fine. Big difference, huh? Heard that. Yeah, because I'm not done. You know why I don't mind coming on here when they're half finished, though? Because these silly karmics who try to convince people or themselves that I must not be doing these, like, they can't. When I come on here and I'm still not even done, they're like, oh, crap, it's not like she, went to a salon. No, I'm at home. And you know that now. I'm a nail tech. For one thing. Yeah, so you just kick back with some music or a movie. Hang out with myself, good vibes. Somebody says, why? Well, because I want them. I want them to see. Like, they think that they did something causing so much damage, right? No. They thought that they were doing something that made themselves feel special by causing people harm and then trying to keep people stuck in that harm. While me coming here, even half finished, still working on my projects, oh, that kills them. Me coming in here after, right, when I come back here later and I show you the finished set, oh, that's going to twist their wedgie to a whole new level of ouch. See, I can back up what I'm saying. They can't, and that crushes them. So I have no problem with it. Makeup. Pay it forward. Ritual. See? Checking in with the energies. Making a point of self-care. Also, even just simply coming here to make sure to check in. Make sure everybody's got the vibes for the day. Look, I'm about to shower. It doesn't matter. Cleanse. Flowers. And one of the things that I've been seeking right lately is, well, I guess I won't get into the details, but I've been looking for a specific type of flower, specifically seeds, so that I can grow them, because there's a project and a person that they're for. But I want the seed. Somebody was like, "Why? You could just go get..." I don't want ones that other people have grown. I want seeds. Do you know who I am and how I work my magic? Obviously not. Meetup. Movie. Fit. So 2 things I'm picking up. I actually have plans to go touch base a little bit later and do some errands. And I'll be meeting up with a family member to do that. This is somebody that I do go on walks with. This is somebody that is also pretty avid and active in exercise and self-care. So yeah, getting out into nature, feeding the birds and the squirrels, the ducks and the geese. And also tuning into self. Right? Self-care, things that make you feel good. Speaking of, decorate. Even just simple self-care here. It's not a paintbrush and a wall paintbrush, but yeah, I used tiny versions of those to do this, you see. Yep. So movement arts, healing hearts with movement arts. I'll also be getting back into that in a little bit. Between my busy schedule and then the injuries that having to deal with these nonsense karmics that created such a busy schedule, I didn't have time or the lack of injury to do so. But that's shifting too. So this got stuck in there. Doing things that make you feel nice. This could just be, even if it's just you at the house, or even if you just have errands to do, take a shower, wash your face, put on some clothes that make you feel good. Do something nice for yourself. I hear, who do I have to show off to? It's not about that. If that's what you're doing it for the wrong reasons, right? When you get dressed, you get all dolled up, or you get in an outfit that makes you feel good, it shouldn't be about, oh, who can I go show off to? It should be about, oh, this makes me feel really good. I like how I feel in this. I like the way that I feel when I'm taking care of myself. And even if you do not leave the house, it's for you. It's for you. Should be anyway. It is for me. Now, is that to say that you can't and shouldn't also make sure to take care of yourself before heading out? No. But is it a requirement? More specifically, is this something that you can and should only do when going out? Or you think you have something to prove or somebody to show off to? Or no, do it for you. No, I will not be coming on screen right now. I will be later, but not right now. Somebody says, why? Because I have no pants on right now. Talking about doing something nice, getting dressed for yourself. But we're not even there yet. I legitimately am commando. I've got a t-shirt on. I've got my, as these karmics will call it, my dead husband's t-shirt, as if that's an insult. I'd rather have a dead, empathetic husband than a living sociopath like they are. They don't even like themselves, and they're stuck with their own reflections. But, my titties are not out today, but you see, putting the boo in booty. And my butt is bare ass, and we're not doing that today. This isn't OnlyFans, this is YouTube. And frankly, I will never have an OnlyFans. So, fat chance. Did you know that I actually had an offer, probably, goodness gracious, like Delray was alive, so, God. It was about 10 years ago, I guess, to be flown out to California. Somebody says, for what? I'm just reading a text. To do porn. I got an offer almost a decade ago to be flown out to California to do professional pornography. And Delray got the offer to do it with me, so I would not have had to be with anybody but my husband, and I would have gotten paid to be on screen to do porn. But I didn't want to do that. I'm not interested in that. No, I don't need to sell sex. First of all, I've got many more things going for me. And secondarily, that's not what I want or wanted for my life, especially knowing that as a mother, children grow up, and that's not something that I wanted out there, especially for children to discover. No, I'm good. Thank you very much. 1622. Cheers. Somebody says, I bet it was a scam. No, because it wasn't a random offer. I had actually a very good friend, and they had a bunch of friends all around the world, and one of them happened to be a professional film director in California. And this was one of my best friends, actually, not the film director, but the person who knew the film director. And so one of my best friends said, look, I know this person, they direct films. One of the types that they do is this OF kind of style stuff, except it was more professional. It was professional. Would you be interested in doing that? And I said, no, I would not. No, we would not. So no, I heard that because there was a karmic who said, oh, it was probably just a random like scam offer online. No, that's not how it came. It came from a real person who I was actually very close with, because they knew people who were into that industry, or they knew a person into that type of industry. I just wasn't interested in joining. I heard that. You would have been a hot commodity. Oh, I know. I would have made bank and been very popular there, but I'm not interested in that. God has better things for me to do, and frankly, I don't need to degrade myself to do it. Certainly not for attention or money. Look, this just hit the floor. This was on the floor. Exactly. Queen, do you think I need to do that? No. Who do you think you're talking to? First of all. Second of freaking all, no. Sovereign. 1822. Putting the boo in booty. Boo. Cheers. Heard that. Karmic says, you're not so sovereign if you'll talk about ass on camera. No. You're not sovereign because you would sell yourself for sex, Karmic. Can I pick that up? I hear, no, I wouldn't, bitch. I know you already did. Stop lying. No, I didn't. Okay, that's not what God said. Let's check on it, shall we? Since you wanted to lie, don't even do it. You think I'm not able to figure out your bullshit? Why are you so stupid? Like, why do you argue when it's very evident that you're lying? Nobody believes you. Yes, they do. Nobody important. Yes, they do. Okay, keep lying to yourself. It's not working. Yes, it is. Okay, you petulant child. You have nothing to say to that one, huh? No, because I know you're right. Exactly. Grow up. No. Yep, and that's why I'm not arguing with a child. You mentally defunct weirdo. Crazy. You're psychotic. Mind you, this is a person, I'm picking up their energy in age. They're actually well over, they're at least 25, if not well over 25. So they're too old to be behaving or speaking like that, or being argumentative, especially when they're wrong. And no, I'm not. Okay, then if that's how you're behaving at age 25 or more, then you need to be in a professional hold, like a psych ward. You need a 5150 or a 302. Somebody, yeah. What's that? It means that you need to be forcibly sent to a psych ward and held there under mandated observation. What do you mean 302? Oh, they're the codes. You don't know? They're the law codes. If a police officer or somebody else is calling for a 5150, it means that they're calling for somebody to be required to be sent to a psych ward and evaluated, usually for at least 72 hours, if not more. It's a forced evaluation because someone's being so crazy they need to be locked up because they're a threat to themselves or others. So what about the 302? Well, it depends on the place and the state. In some places, the code is 5150. In other places, the laws are different and the codes are different. So the same reference point, the same forced psych eval would be a 302 because that's just the code in that place. Whereas in other places, the code could be 5150, but it means the same thing. How do you know that? Because I'm smart and you're just childish. Thank you very much. Carmen says, no, you're not. You're not as smart as you think you are. Divine Masculine says, actually, she's smarter. Certainly than you wanted to give her credit for, but we see who you are, petulant child. Ah, see, he's joining in too. He agrees with me. And so look, so it's a karmic female. She's over there pouting, crossing her arms, pouting. So now I got two. I got a divine masculine and divine feminine calling me out. It's not just a competition with divine feminine. No, you've got two adults in the room who are telling you, child, that you're being obnoxious, bratty, and immature, and you don't have an excuse because you're not a child. I don't call children brats. They have an excuse for being tantrumy and needing some extra guidance and affection. You, love, you're too old for that shit. To certainly be behaving like speaking like that, okay? Get up. Grip. Don't drop it. Where is that deck? It must be here somewhere. There it is. Okay. I'm curious though, since you wanted to argue. That exactly. God's like, you're right. They don't have to like the truth, but you're just speaking it. That's all. I know. Yeah, communicate clearly. Yeah, it's a divine masculine stepping. Look what's behind that. Divine masculine stepping in and saying, yeah, I agree with her. Look, I agree with her. I agree with her. Yeah, because I trust her and karmic. She's not wrong, but you are. So you need to mind your business and go in a different direction and leave my divine feminine alone. Because this is not the path for you. Look, this is not the path for you. Yeah, you need to slow your roll. Slow down, slow down. Quit hitting my phone up. Yeah. Because nothing that they do is working. And they're unlikely to succeed. And there's no reconsidering, right? There's no, let me try to find another way to target. Let me try to figure out another way to get one over or combat divine feminine. There's nothing for them to discuss or reconsider other than the fact that they're wrong, because sword of truth in reverse, you see the wings on it in reverse, they lied. or they were dishonest with themselves, but also definitely others. So now some of these people also may be facing litigation, legal consequences for what they've done here. See the wings? Yeah, it was not the right time. They needed to slow their roll. Stop. Slow your roll. It's like somebody putting their hands up and being like, whoa now. Like putting their hand, whoa now, whoa now. Slow down. I see somebody, maybe it's a crossing guard, doesn't have to be, but it's like they see a child or I don't know, a little animal or something trying to cross the road, or somebody's fallen or is hurt, and they're standing in the middle of the road telling traffic to whoa now, stop right there, slow down. There's someone who fell in the road behind me. And it's successful. It's like divine masculine coming through and calling out this karmic. Speaking with divine feminine, they're on the same wave. They're on the same page. They agree. At least on that. This just popped out again too. Listen to your intuition. Okay. I will be back later with some energy therapy, but I do have some errands to do. I just got a text confirming my schedule for the day, and I just added a new thing to the timeline, so I need to go make sure that that's all addressed and that I have the appropriate time to do it. That also means that I need to go finish getting ready. So I'll give you guys a few more minutes for now, but since I have to run now, I'll be back at some point later to help a little bit more. And just know that I love you. Take good care of yourselves for the day. Please and thank you. But really, you need to remember to love yourselves. Please and thanks. And I support that. Sometimes we all need a reminder. Love you. Also, I hear it's okay not to feel okay. It's just not where we're going to stay. There's a karmic female, angry, ripping her hair out. There's also love coming through. It's like divine masculine, or it's really, it's archangelic energy, like wings of protection and love being wrapped around. Okay, diplomat. Yeah, see that regal sovereign energy. There's a past life frequency coming out for this, certainly for me. But look, it's like divine masculine and divine feminine coming together in union and connection. 9:22 on the clock on the East Coast. Once again, I'm going to drop the mic right there. Yeah, evaded, captured. Hostages are going free. Survivors are getting justice. Do no harm. Take no crap. All spell work is going back. And if there were children caught in the mix, that's being balanced too, presently. In favor of the divine feminine, justice for all.